What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with the second video, and as you can see here, I've shown the two things that we're going to go over today. It's going to be arches and domes. And we're going to go through both of those using the same steps that we did using the circles, because it's all the same pattern, just tilted on different axes and used different ways. So as you can see here, we have a little highway, and you go down, and the biggest thing here is this arch that goes around it. This arch right here is created from this point. Boop. We can go ahead and destroy that one. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 on either side, 13 total, and then it goes around in our circle. So if you can imagine this was the ground, it's just the top half of our circle is all you're looking at right now. And then once you're done, you'll make the circle. Boop. Of course you would have to have your boop, boop, boop. You'd have that, you'd have the one half of your circle, then when you're done, of course you just break these, get them out of the way. And then you'd go through your tunnel by expanding all the way down. These are pretty much your circle, expand your blocks, and that's as simple as an arch is. Oh hey buddy, what are you doing here? I guess you moved in. But, and right here we have our dome. This is what I think everybody's been waiting for, because the arch is just pretty simple, it's a circle on the axis. But the dome, on the other hand, seems a little bit more complicated. I mean, look at all this perfect detail. Every block has a place. If I were to break that block, it would be leading to the outside. So what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll look at it from the outside. So, the way this works is essentially you're making a circle and then a circle and then a circle, and you're just continuously doing that on each level. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys a small example. This one I think is 10 by 10 on either side, so 21 blocks long in diameter. But yeah, I'm going to show you a small one and get you the general idea on what you should be doing when you're making these. So we're going to start over here. So as I said before, making circles, we'll use a block of gold for our main block, and then we'll use lapis lazuli. I like bright colors. Makes it easier to keep up with too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does 6 sound? 6 sounds fine. We'll see how this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 6. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here you know how to make a circle from this. You know how to go across and boop, 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 and make them across. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my math right here and find out where these are supposed to be connected at. And then we'll go from there, because that's our first step, is making our base circle. Okay, so we're going to go east, east, southeast, southeast to connect these. Boop, boop, boop. East, southeast, southeast. East, east, southeast, southeast. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And this part's really simple, because once you've done it enough times, you just get used to it. You've been making circles like a pro. So now we have this circle. Now, since we want to bring it into a three-dimensional plane, we're going to have to bring out our z-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you want that to be equal as well. So now what we're going to do essentially is make the same circle we just made, almost like an arch, same thing over there, right here. And we're going to make the arch on this side using the same formula we've always used. East, east, southeast, southeast. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. Boop, 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 boop. 1, oop, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So now we have this on all 4 sides. Now you just want to connect it. So 1, 2, and then southeast block. And I'm not explaining too much on what's going on here, because a lot of it is self-explanatory. Also, by the way, for those of you watching this video who don't have any idea what's going on, this is part 2 to a couple part video. What we're going to do is go through, and I'm teaching you how to do circles, domes, and arches, and then spheres. So, if you have no idea what's going on, go back, watch the first video, and that's going to help you out a lot more, because in that video I explained all the math we're doing here, how to get our patterns, the reason all of this works, and you know, that'll bring you up to speed, and that's why, in case you feel lost, I'm trying to get you on the same page. But, okay, so to continue, we have this right here, right? So now we have our skeleton, if you would, and we don't even need this part. Boop, boop, boop. So we have our skeleton, and what we want to do is actually replace this block with a gold block. And the reason that's important is because it's a reference. Because what we're going to do now is make circles on every step of the way, going all the way down. So, we're going to start here, 1, 2. So we're going to go to our math for our 2 wide circle, which I believe is just what? East, southeast? So, east, and then southeast. Boop. Okay, now, as you can see here, there's holes. There's not always going to be, but there can be holes, and what you want to do is when you're done with your whole circle, is fill those in on the same level. Now, I say the same level as if it's a big deal. It's not right now, because of how small the circle is, but eventually, when you're down here on these layers, and you have a hole like here, here, and here, if you just built this layer, and you have a hole, it needs to be filled in on this layer. Because if you try and fill the hole in, let's say I'm putting a block here in this layer, you're not going to have a perfect circle. It's not going to look right. But, so yeah, now we got 1, 2, we'll go to 3. Our formula for 3 is going to take us east and southeast, I believe. So, east and southeast. East, and it connects right there for southeast. Boop. East, southeast. East. East. Southeast. East. Boom. Our southeast point. Boom. And see, that had no circle. Sorry, that had no holes. So that was a good run. You know, it didn't have any holes. Now we're going to go from, what's next? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to go to here. Our formula for 4, I have it right here, is going to be east, southeast, and east again. So east, southeast, and east again. East, southeast, east again. You see it connects. East, southeast, east again. East, southeast, bam, it connects. East, southeast, boop. East, southeast, east again, east, southeast. See, and now we're on this, that same level is completed, and we're down one more section. Now, our next one's going to be 5. So we're going to rinse and repeat with our same formula. And 5's formula equals out to east, east, southeast, southeast. So we're going to plug that in, east, east, southeast, southeast. East, east, southeast, southeast. So you're not going to have to do that one because it overlaps, because the point at the end was actually, I think, 4, 3. East, east, southeast, southeast. So you're going to have 2 points that overlap because it was the southeast point. I mean, it was the an uneven number. Southeast, southeast, boop, boop. And this is a perfect example right here where you can see there's that hole left. It's what I was talking about earlier in regards to these holes. What you want to do now is actually get inside your circle to find it easiest. Now you see all these right here, we just built this layer. We have built this layer, and that's where you want to plug the hole. Because if I were to try and plug it, you know, by, you know, putting these two here, you'd have a block here you don't need. You know, you want to plug it on the same hole or same row that you did. So boop, 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 boom. Now we have our last one, which is 6. But the beautiful thing about 6 is that we've already done it. It's already right here. Like, our whole thing was 6. So now all you gotta do is bring this up, bring it up, boop, and go all the way around. and bada boom. Now this one is a little bit more boxy, and the reason it's more boxy is because it's smaller. You know, the smaller it is, the more likely it is to look like that, just because you've only got a certain number of points you can use. As compared to this one, which is a lot bigger, it looks a little bit more like a dome because it has more room to grow. You know, it's almost like the way pixels work. All pixels are is just colors. They're just little colors, but when you back up far enough and you have enough of them down there, they can make like a full picture, you know, something very beautiful. But yeah, that's domes. You know, that's all you guys need to know on domes, really. And if you have any questions, you know, put them in the comments. You know, I'll try and check all those, make sure I get back with you guys, and keep you up to speed. And that same formula that I've expressed before, it works on every single time. So right now in this one for 10, as you can see, we started here, 1, 2, 3. We plotted our circle for 3, filled it in. And then here, we would go to the 5th one. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would plot the outermost ring. You don't want to plot this ring because it's a waste of time, you know, because then you have to solve for those. It's much easier to plot the outside ring and then fill in all your holes once you plot it. So you'd go 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, which is our last one. You just fill it in. But yeah, that's domes, guys. And what I'm gonna do is you know, post this video up, and then we're gonna have our final video on spheres. But I think, as you guys can tell right now, spheres are gonna be pretty self-explanatory. All it is the other half to that dome. So we'll go ahead and flip it. You know, we'll do it in like 3-dimensional space up here, and I'll show you all 4 sides. But yeah, that's the video. Thanks, guys, for watching. You know, I hope everybody learned something. I hope all these videos help you, and have a good evening.